Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just what are we getting ourselves into? Scuff films.
What did you say?
Scuff films.
Gut films?
Scuff. S-C-U-F-F.
Oh, scuff. Look at the blue badger dancing. Yo, 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 it's B-tean screen. I forgot.
You like completely screwed that up. Like, yo, it's B-tean skirt. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic. We're back here again with an episode of the Pheonix Wright stuff. That's all it is. It's just stuff.
Yeah, just Pheonix Wright stuff.
Yeah. So, how are you doing today, Patchy?
I am frustrated with GameStop. How about you, B-tean?
I am having a great day. I just worked and now I'm home. But didn't you have something come in last night, Patchy?
Oh yeah, I got AIDS. It's AIDS. You gotta wear condoms, guys.
After what you said like last time with like stumbling over your words about relationships, and now you received AIDS, people are gonna think something happened, Patchy.
Yeah.
He got a new computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, new computer. That's what we're talking about.
I just realized something. Look at the top like timestamp minus the seconds, and the bottom one minus the second, or that's minutes. It's completely flipped.
Nice.
Nice. All right, we're going into a trial formerly known as a trial.
Okay, before you start, not start, freaking, it's not full screen on my side, so I was wondering if you knew that.
I don't know how to.
In case recording is being stupid.
Discord's being stupid. That's what this is.
Okay, alright, just wanted to make sure you knew. Recording thingies. Like, I can, it's fine. I'll just like,
I don't know how to fix it.
Oh, well.
It's big enough, right?
Yeah, it should be fine. And I'm on the wrong trial file. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court. So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh, wait. Hold on.
And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Hey.
So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
This guy. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Is that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Yay!
February 24th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 9, which is no in German.
Yeah.
Rabba, 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 rabba. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... You're mocking the defense, and now you're saying, Afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it?
Are we gonna officially start this?
What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to prevent impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
That's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Edgeworth's hot, Nick. Or Mr. Wright. Damn it. Freaking Maya. Very well, let the trial resume.
Dang.
On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
No, I have to speak. No.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
I have to talk? Why? Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh my goodness.
Would the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation, I'd be a murderer, sir.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never tell anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir.
Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is...
Sir, I'm what you call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir.
Shut the fuck. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Why, though? Why must he be like this? Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you. That's me a channel motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted, like a Pokemon, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
By taking you to a Pokemon Center. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I wish that's how Pokemon actually worked.
What, they fainted?
And you can just smack them across the face with a little bit
Oh.
of gain health. That'd be very brutal, though.
Jeez.
What I need here is more info to work with.
Officer Jenny would be on your ass.
She would be.
Press everything.
Why were you assigned to guard it? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Right, now here's the scary stuff.
This transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger.
Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by Chief of Detectives, sir.
Chief of Detectives? You mean Gumshoe?
Yeah. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. Can I murder it, please?
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony that day, there were so many people running around. Then I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen. Now shut up. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Good, sir, I have one right here around my neck. I like how like the little image on it has like his arm up. So then your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, I found it! This is the one right here.
Would you please read us the number?
Yes, sir, it's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
4,989,456.
I see, huh? But the number 4989596 is being shown twice.
Please explain, witness. Okay, have a judge voice.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. The second time was when I went to go get him after everything fell down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
That out its ID card record.
I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. So I was totally attacked. Yeah. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? There's a knife, sir, a knife! Oh.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
True.
That's when I reacted, sir. Throwing my arms like an octopus trying to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Alright, what exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
Sex, sir!
Damn, he did it with the dead man? Ooh. I know, I don't look like a type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife away from him. He took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I, see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood. And then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in the face, sir. Well, what time did you regain consciousness? No, right, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right.
True. Silly Pheonix. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying in tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
And I came around, though. I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. Turn him to the engine before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now.
believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Of course I've got a point. I'm Edgeworth, bitch. Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Johnson delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief? The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? Videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security room and the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Scuff films.
What did you say?
Scuff films.
Gut films?
Scuff. S-C-U-F-F.
Oh, scuff. Look at the blue badger dancing. Such a cute little thing.
Can I shoot it?
Can I shoot it? No, after this case, yeah, you'll want to do just that. Boom.
We don't actually see it.
Listen, you gotta have the entire area. That's why the camera's, it's scoping. Scoping? Yeah, sure, scoping.
But wouldn't it just be better if it was put in the corner of a room?
I mean, in a way, that was the corner of the room.
Yeah, but like up high where you can see the entire room with just that.
Oh, the camera. I thought you were talking about Officer Meekin's corpse. Not corpse, but... Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. What the fuck? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that's the private joint of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. In the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this is going as smoothly?
Figured a bit out of the court record. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity to take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradiction. That's where I have to start.
Which is a bunch of BS, because you're pressing everything again.
Oh, yay. Press. Tell me. I almost started a British accent. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? So, sir, we're not labeling people as having seen or not seen the man's feet. I believe I would be classified as the latter. Latter? You were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them. You see, I look at their crotches. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Looking at their crotches? Yeah.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I put my badge on it. But there's no question the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. Yeah, sure. Sure. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as...
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Well, why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stare as disturbing or...
Meekins!
Eek!
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
And then the next statement. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I tried all kinds of methods in the past. They don't respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. Okay, let's be honest.
Okay.
A detective just like randomly dies, and like, how are they gonna get into the locker? They have another way to get into it. They can either reprogram it, or maybe there's somebody who knows how to reprogram it. Let's say the chief of police.
Why are you sussing the chief of police?
He's a Goron.
But the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. Then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Well, if it's the chief of police, like, he has the power to freaking... He could use a fingerprint, his own fingerprint.
Yeah.
Like, that could just be the default for all the lockers.
Yeah. Another thing that you could do would be, like, get his fingerprint and, like, get a piece of tape and powder and all that stuff, and then use that to open it, because that is a way of opening fingerprint locks.
What, Bruce Goodman's fingerprint?
Like, you know how, like, we found the fingerprints? If you do that and, like, get a piece of tape with that fingerprint, you can now open up anything with that fingerprint. Fun fact.
Which makes sense, I guess.
They could have done that with, like, a coffee cup or something. So, like, it's very easy to get into that locker with a bunch of detectives all around. Exactly my point, sir. And this, too. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
Oh.
Oh. They listen to how he stares at people's crotches. Oh my.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this videotape, the man's face. So, sir, if I may say something, sir?
No. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
Not you, Patchy, so shush. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in the case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? There's a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
He's like
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
Now,
Propose to Pheonix Wright for his hand in marriage. It's not that funny. Propose the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
you would want me to point it out?
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? They
Not that
needed
Mr.
people.
Wright. Please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
This. So, where is it? There. That, right?
Not yet. You're jumping ahead a little bit.
Oh.
What else is, no, like, it's there,
Oh.
but it's not whatever the heck that was.
It's a glove.
Okay, it's a glove, but it's not that glove.
What is it?
Do you
It
want me to
is-
tell you? Because it's not the glove, but there's something there concerning the locker.
It was already open?
Yeah, look at how do you know it's already open? It's the light. It's the light on the
Oh, the
top.
light. Present. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, did you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
You're gonna hear this jingle all the time. Get comfortable.
Yeah, the light's already on. Why would a man leave the locker open if it wasn't for something to be planned like this? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. I want to murder this song. I can hear you chuckling there.
That was intentional.
Here, notice the lights?
What's this? It's already lit.
Yeah, it's lit, yo.
It's lit.
Precisely my
Boy.
point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Order, order. What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
Such a boomer. He's a boomer. He doesn't understand technology.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, Judge, shut your mouth.
So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something. Jammed the sensors, say. There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too.
The glove!
There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this.
Speeding this up as much as possible. Wait. The glove! Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh yeah, it's not playing. It's not playing. Yes, thank you.
Look at him, he's so happy.
Yeah.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out of doors when open. I have to follow it and roll a great distance. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted.
It's not even playing it anymore. I'm so happy. The jingle is like dead. Thank you. Yes. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I haven't seen it now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 or 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Then the door closing, my tie chokes me.
The object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description. You could say that it fits the glove. The glove fits just right.
It fits like a glove.
It's like a glove, that's the saying.
There you go.
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? It's a vase!
This!
It's a screwdriver.
So I can tell you to screw it and release my client. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove.
We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
There's a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this.
Lit.
On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Officer B-tean? Sir, it appears so, sir.
Order. So, are we to believe then that the victim whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? Not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you meant that, sir. Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mr. Man 2. The Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Here's one other thing that proves this man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter this evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective hadn't used his card.
ID card record, I see.
Can't you just, like, copy it?
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. For the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. He got no hair, he's bald. Can I please see a bald Pheonix Wright?
I'm sure that exists. As James, he probably has a bald Pheonix Wright.
Alright. Oh wait, no, I can't do that yet. No.
You dunce. Skip my line too, rude. Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
It's fine, Patchy. Do I just press everything again?
No, actually, you can present evidence.
What will you present? This.
Nope. What do you have that you can present?
This?
No. Look, go through the statements one more time.
Oh, wait. There's one other thing that proves his name is Patchy. Yes. When ID card is used, there's a record of it. Okay. So is
Check
ID
the
card?
ID card.
Check it?
Oh, wait. Never mind. No, that's not what I meant. Go to... He submitted something. Bruce Goodman did.
This one?
Yeah, look at what the... Look, it... What did he lose?
What did he lose?
Yeah.
The knife?
No. It was his card.
Oh. Oh, we present this?
Yeah.
Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found out the crime scene.
Yeah, exactly, that too. You have the ID card, so... Put the puzzle pieces together
When I say
and
crime
it's...
scene,
boom.
I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost... It's only half completed.
But it shows that the gentleman had lost something on the day of the crime. something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Rapper. Order. So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Meekin's encounter in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Rabble.
It's the fingerprint that we have.
Order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. I'm a petty bitch. Lana Sky is guilty. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is, well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Test. Well. Seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime would only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Rabble.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this? Object! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. I almost walked right into your prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination was proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
No sad music, though. Or happy music. No happy music.
I'm happy about that. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecutor prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Ranger.
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Who do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
Who's the youngest? Emma Sky.
Stupid.
He's 33. Thinks he's a cowboy. Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel like we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess.
Yay, time to go outside and play.
February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
You're the one who knows everything! Emma. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
Well, I'll use protection, don't worry.
Stupid. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, did I come choose? What is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. To top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh. You mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy, pal.
The SL9 incident?
Llama, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
This guy was a witness? Huh.
That's the
Joe
line incident
Dark?
files received from Lana Sky. Yeah, Joe Dark.
Very
Take
dark.
it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? None of the buy you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SO9 incident. Is that...
The murder of their father.
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No. No, Lana. That's over with. No.
Emma, wait. She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Dang, everybody's leaving now. Jay Marshall, Angel Star, and Damon Gant. Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. It can't be just a coincidence.
But you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I'd better take a good look at this file.
Yay, to be continued.
Yay! And that was only 50 minutes.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's save. Next episode is the trial ladder.
Yup. Not to be confused with the trial step ladder.
Yeah. That one will rise to the occasion, though.
Ha 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 ha
Yeah, because it's
ha.
a ladder and it's all the rise from the ashes.
Spread some love to the world, you guys. I'm PatchyEcho. Peace out from B-tean screen. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
You have to have like more emphasis on the bye.
Bye-bye.
You didn't hold it for long enough. Patchy. What's going on?
Bye.